All right, F1 Kwentuhan time. No, it's just not me and Claudia blabbering. We got former Philippine and International Junior Karter of the Year in Raymond Cudala to join us, of course, to help us out with his racing experience. Because who the heck are we to share our stuff about the GP? So let's carry on. Let's get it on the road. Let's bring in my co-host Claudia, and of course, we got Raymond, our analyst. So anyway, guys, Qatar GP. There was so much. I mean, I know you guys say, okay, the race wasn't as good, but there was still a lot of talking points right there. Claudia, what did you think about the race initially? And then Raymond, let's
Um,
get to you.
well, leading up to the race, it was actually was pretty not controversial. Well, it is controversial because of the point system that Verstappen and Hamilton are in at the moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then I think yesterday, Clara, we were having our giveaway episode, and then you mentioned after we after we announced the winners, you said, "Oh, um, who was that? Verstappen is like
Five place grid
flight
penalty.
penalty." I said, "Why?" And then you said something about uh, he didn't slow down during the yellow flag.
There was a yellow,
Yeah,
yes. And
dalawa pala sila. There were two of them, no? That
Carlos
did not.
Sainz.
Yes, right. So,
Yeah.
but I was hoping that would be one and two. I was hoping in the grid, starting grid would be, um, uh, Hamilton and
Max.
Verstappen one
Okay.
and two because of the points, which
Mm-hmm.
the points they're in now, but which we'll discuss later, no.
Yeah.
But for me, it was anticlimactic. I would say it wasn't. It was like as exhilarating as the
Mm-hmm.
other races that we've watched before, like the ones when Max and Hamilton.
Just
Uh,
toe to toe, mano a mano.
oh,
Let's just
oh,
say
yeah,
Brazil. How
yeah.
Brazil went? Brazil was crazy.
Brazil.
Brazil was
Well,
crazy.
Hamilton was crazy in Brazil.
Yeah.
I think he
Yeah.
dominated. Like that's where he showed his dominance in that
Hmm.
sport. No? So
Oh
for me, it was
yeah, he's
yeah.
driving the best car. Of course, that's why he's good, right? I mean, no, it's best driver, best car. Come on, you should have seen Michael Schumacher.
Not a lot of people like Hamilton though. That's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He hates the
Yeah,
goat, right,
you
Raymond?
like him when he leaves the sport. Look at Vettel. They started. Everyone hated him in Red Bull, maybe except for Raymond and I.
Vettel. I like him.
Yeah,
I like
a lot of
him.
people didn't like Vettel, but yeah, that's how you saw the race. No,
Yeah.
so it still got intense. But Raymond, what do you think about that race? From the
Yeah, it
racer's
was
perspective.
an interesting race yesterday because considering the championship, but looking at it as a race alone, it was really boring. Not until towards the end where people were getting tire punctures and everything. But considering the championship battle, it's a really good race. You could see both Mercedes and Red Bull really fighting with strategies. And yeah, it just so happens Hamilton came out on top yesterday.
Hmm.
Again.
He's delivering in the clutch because if you see Lewis back when he was young, he would make mistakes, and
Hmm.
now he doesn't make mistakes anymore. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's normally the car now that lets him down or the team. Yeah, it's
I
the guy's like
remember
a machine. Yeah.
when I watched the Australian Grand Prix in Melbourne, Albert Park, right?
Mm-hmm.
And where I think Hamilton was what was he? Mercedes? No,
He was in
McLaren.
a McLaren, so maybe that
McLaren.
was like
McLaren.
2007, 8, 9.
In
Yeah.
2007 is when I watched it.
Okay,
Yeah,
that was his beast
2007.
rookie
Alonso
year.
was still the beast. Alonso was
Oof.
still, and Raikkonen was there. Michael Schumacher was there.
Ah, wala na Schumacher by then. Yeah, first year out.
No,
Wala na.
he was it Ralph that was there?
I think Ralph left before Michael. Yeah, by 07. 07 is the first season without Michael. Because
Okay, then there
by
was one where
coincidence,
yeah.
the moment Michael left, Lewis came. Is that a sign for changing of the goat?
Well, I'm still Schumacher, man.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
passed away, but I remember Hamilton was already good at that time. They were really saying that he's gonna be a fantastic driver
Hmm.
even then, and he was a rookie. Pa, he was already rookie, and I think he
yeah,
was winning. He was winning now, and he was a young bloke. And I vividly remember I even bought. I even bought a McLaren Hamilton.
Mhm.
I left it on
Oh
the
yeah,
shelf. Yeah, and then at that time, I think kasama pa Raymond was Renault. Renault was still there.
Renault.
Oh yeah,
Renault. Yeah,
Renault,
yeah,
Renault was still there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they are Alpine today now, so
Ah,
that's pretty much the
okay.
team. So it's this. It's still the same banana. It's still the same banana.
Okay, okay, okay. They just
Rebrand
changed
lang.
okay, they changed the
Yeah,
brand.
they
Yeah,
just went Alpine because Alpine's the racing brand. Yeah, just to yeah,
interesting.
that's how you summarize it. Same umbrella pa rin. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Parang PBA team lang yan. Oh, they're promoting another product na lang. Ayun.
just
Ah, there you go.
just
That's a
the
very
To
good
describe
way.
team
it.
name.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, Lewis is a beast already into his career. But do you mind if we could flash the race results and let's go through it
Let's get
right
it
now?
on.
Yep. So we got Hamilton first, Verstappen, Alonso, Perez, Ocon. It was kind of mixed up. So, oof. Biggest surprise here, Raymond. Who was it for you? And the points finish. That's where we can start.
Biggest surprise for me is Alonso finishing on the podium that
LeBron James.
race.
LeBron James. Go ahead.
Alonso
Yeah.
The Tito
Yeah,
Alonso.
yeah, for me, this is where the experience of Alonso came in. You know, he's a he's a two-time world champion and showed his experience, especially that he pulled off that one stop. That's really amazing. Considering other teams were struggling with a one-stop strategy, but Alonso pulled it off. Crazy, this guy, how he
Mhm.
drives and the feel for his car is really really good.
He finished third, and he does not have the third fastest car on the grid. And heading into the race, he was telling all the media outlets, and they reported it. Oh, I'm taking it full send into turn one, and he did. And in doing that, he kept his car on third, even though that's not really their spot on the merit. Guy's a beast. He's really
Yeah.
able to outperform his car, and wow.
Yeah,
Although question though, Raymond, the one stop. A lot of people tried to one stop, and
I wanted to
their
add that
tires
too.
were just blowing, right?
Yeah.
But Alonso pulled it off. I know there's the virtual safety car that kind of
hmm
made it chill for him. So you're driving slower. His tires didn't get worn out. No puncture, no explosion, no failure. But don't take anything away from the guy, right? Because Alonso
yeah.
he really does that stuff. He ignore the data. He'll do it
Well,
for you.
Fernando has been driving Formula One for a couple of years with two championships on his title. Definitely, what made him uh, pull that off yesterday was he was able to manage his tires really well, like taking it one lap at a time. He really didn't push too much. At the same time, he was able to think of Perez actually catching up to him, which is
Mhm.
incredible as a Formula One driver. Because a lot of people think that Formula One drivers only know how to drive, but these guys are mentally tough. You know, they're able to think outside the box beyond driving. It's not only thinking of their lap times, but they're also thinking of strategies way beyond what they've already talked about with the team.
Mhm. And Alonso's so good. While he's in his car, he can even micromanage the strategy of his teammate to help him. He has the rep
Oh, he
for that.
helps. He helps there. Di ba,
Yeah.
Clara? Like even
Um,
when Ocon, or when Ocon was gonna be podium, he was helping defend
yes, tama,
Hamilton.
tama.
Remember?
Hung-
Yeah, yeah.
Hungary. So Alonso's like,
Hungary.
okay, I'm gonna
Yeah.
flex. I'm gonna show I'm the LeBron James of F1.
Yeah,
I'm
bro.
claiming that.
Oh my
So
god.
he
Wait, wait,
slowed
wait.
down Hamilton, and Ocon finished
Oh
third
yeah.
because he slowed down Hamilton in Hungary. I mean, okay, it's hard to overtake
Yeah.
in Hungary, but again, Alonso, just throw him anywhere. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. You were saying yes.
No. You guys were mentioning the one stop
Mm-hmm.
strategy, and then most
Right.
of it. How how do you do that? Is it you guys were talking about the wheels? How do you take care of your wheels in a lap?
No. I
Well,
think Raymond would have the better answer for that. Ako,
Yeah.
road car lang ako. You change tires only every year, I think. Two
yeah.
years. Yeah,
We
So
were
Raymond,
talking
yes.
about that the other day, right?
We were talking about the road tires the
No,
other day. Yeah.
actually, Raymond, we were talking about because we had lunch and then
uh,
should I change my tires? So we went to a garden, check the threads. So, no, another 5 years or something.
Okay,
Okay,
okay pa yan. Just don't move the steering wheel and the car stationary.
yeah, I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't do
Yeah,
that.
you said you don't nga. So Raymond, ito nga, racing perspective, how do you make a one-stop work, stretching the life of the tires?
Yeah, how do you stretch it?
Well, it all boils down to tire management, where
Mhm.
within the team, you already know what times to hit specifically. So let's say yesterday, I think Alonso was doing a 127 throughout his after his first pit stop. He was doing 127 throughout the race and consistently doing that. No time slower than that. If he goes any faster, he would be using more tires and it would wear out more, which was the problem that McLaren, Mercedes with Valtteri, but that's what they experienced yesterday.
Mhm.
When you say 127, so your foot on the pedal on the gas shouldn't is really consistent, no?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Everything, yeah.
So sector times are completely the same
Wow.
because um your times during quali and your times during the race are different because you would want to preserve your tires to be able to last towards the end of the race.
That's right.
Unlike
Yeah.
in quali, you are going for the fastest lap in
Yeah.
just one lap.
Mhm. Yeah, don't care about the tires and quality. Just go,
Yeah.
just go. Yeah,
Yeah.
unahan.
Push
Although,
forward.
yeah,
Always
go.
push forward. Yeah.
Quite technical. When you're managing the tires, what do you do? Do you just lift and coast, where you just let go of the gas early before every corner, and then, or do you change your racing lines? What's the main thing siguro to managing your tires well?
Well, in terms of racing line, you definitely take the same racing line, but you would want to uh, go into the turns a little bit slower, just enough for the tires to last towards the end of the race. You don't want to push too hard and finish up your tires.
Mhm. So siguro lift and coast. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. So you just let go of the gas a little early, glide a bit,
Yeah,
and then brake.
Yeah.
No, so
yeah.
medyo chill
Just
yung
carry some
kotse dun.
momentum going in the corner.
Okay. So you kind of give that breathing room. Kung nakabisikleta ka, okay, just glide a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, nice,
And you
nice.
have to glide at the right time when there's no other car with you because you might be gliding sa biglang ma-overtake ka. Diba? I mean, like,
Yes.
You have that lead to manage if a car's chasing you, right?
yeah, the pressure
Yes.
behind you. Oh my gosh. But yeah.
Hmm. Oh well, that's what Perez does. He wrecks the tire strategy of Lewis by
By
pushing
ano,
him by pushing him. Yeah, because
yeah.
they have to fight. No, like okay, screw the lifting coast. We have to fight for fourth, for third.
Yeah, this is why we can see with Max last race in Brazil. I mean Lewis last race in
Mhm.
Brazil with all the penalties. His talent really comes out. It's
Amazing.
crazy. It's like he
Yeah.
went from 25th to first
Yeah, you do the
throughout the
math,
whole
no?
weekend.
Mm.
But thinking of it, it's one thing to catch up to another guy, and it's another thing to pass. Because catching up to another guy, you would need to use some pace. So you're pushing your tires. So what happened to Lewis that time is he was just going for the win. He was pushing the car to the limit, but at the same time, he was able to make the tires last
Yeah.
for
Mhm.
a good strategy towards first place.
Crazy. Amazing. He could
Yeah,
really show his talent. He really showed his
Mhm.
talent.
yeah,
His strength. No?
It's like
and
sprinting at 98%. You save the 2% to save
yeah.
the tires, something like that. Crazy guy. Yeah.
I
Kung
got a
basketball
question.
yan, foul out si Lewis. Yeah.
Why is there a +1?
Oh yeah, and Raymond, your favorite part, the plus one.
Yeah.
Fastest
So the
lap.
so the plus one is uh, merit you get for the fastest lap. And for this race, it really shows the importance of the fastest lap. You can see both Mercedes and Red Bull really pushing their strategy to get the fastest lap away from Hamilton or away from Verstappen. It really up to Sergio Perez and Bottas getting involved, the teammates, just to take the
Mhm.
fastest lap away from each team.
Yeah. Okay. Can the fastest lap, is it right? Fastest lap, or
Tama,
the
tama.
person with the fastest lap, can it be with somebody who's on the ninth grid? Like on the ninth?
Basta top 10. Basta top
What's
Yeah,
the
10.
top 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
What's the top 10?
if you're fastest lap and you're outside of the top 10, you'll
you
take
don't get.
the point away.
Also,
So
Yeah,
like Gasly. Let's say Gasly won. He was 11 here. He was the fastest lap. What happens?
no points, 0 points.
yeah,
Walang plus
Zero,
one.
because he's down at the
Yeah.
top 10. All
Yeah.
right.
But Red Bull and Mercedes, what they'll do, they'll use Perez or Bottas. They'll compromise the race just to take the
yeah.
fastest lap away from Lewis
Wow.
or no, or
When did
Max.
they
Yeah.
put that plus one? Since when did
Uh,
it?
Wow. I think last decade lang. So the 2010s. So there was clamor now.
2010s?
Oh, yeah, you guys keep emphasizing, oh, this guy set the fastest lap. Pero, or yeah, you just say it. Wala namang point eh.
There's no
Ano yan?
incentive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ano yan? Pang Instagram lang mo ba yan or something? Or just for show, bragging
Your
rights? Or just give
Facebook
the point, di
status.
ba?
Yeah.
Exactly,
So
di ba?
yeah. So it became a strategy. That plus 1 point is a
yeah,
strategy.
it plays a big part in the drivers' championship, and including the constructors.
Interesting.
Super.
Interesting. Yeah.
Kimi Raikkonen won the championship by 1 point in 2007
Mhm.
Wow.
versus
Against
Lewis and Alonso teammates. And Lewis and Alonso
Alonso,
were
Tito
tied.
Alonso. You have to say it, Tito
Ayun, si
Alonso.
Tito, si Tito. So sa Eternity of Basketball, si Fernando Alonso. Sige. So, 96 all, Lewis and Alonso. But Kimi was 97. Every point counts. And
Oh,
I remember in Monaco that year, Kimi finished 8th. 8th place that time, 1 point. So every point mattered talaga.
Mhm.
And I'm sure even more right now. Like, oh yeah, screw fastest lap. He can say midway through the season. But what if you look at the end? I'm like, oh no, he beat me by 1 point because of that fastest lap.
that's fastest lap.
Or or all the fastest laps done over the season. So it's
Kumbaga, like
nice.
a
It's
free
nice.
throw. Like a free throw. If you miss your free throws, in the end, it can
Yeah,
go against you.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you
yeah,
can.
so you put
Tama.
you put
You
it
miss
like,
free throws in basketball, and then in the end of the game, you're like, oh no, I'm
oh my,
down by
yeah,
5, but I missed
yeah,
3 free throws. You know, ganun. You
yeah.
start to
So
see the repercussions
yeah,
in
that's
the
right.
end.
And
Yeah,
yeah,
man. But what a race. Ferrari, McLaren dueling. We feel young. Seeing them fight again. They used to fight for first and second, by the way, guys. But can we take a look at the positions gained and lost on a per driver
of
basis
our
that we have
drivers.
on the slides? So, Alonso
Yeah.
qualified third. Well, I think he was fourth, but he moved up to third kasi nagka-penalty nga si Max for not
Mhm.
slowing down with the yellows. So
NA
it says
is did not
NA.
do anything,
Didn't
right?
gain anything, but hey,
Yeah,
if you're keeping an Alpine in third place, why
yeah.
not? I mean, if you're Lewis and you're in pole, yeah, you better keep your car there and beat everyone by a landslide. No. So, biggest telling point right here. Sergio Perez +7. So he started in 11th place, did not make Q3 in
Wow,
qualifying.
7, right?
But they say you get quote unquote strategic pole position because you get to use any tire. You get to choose for free.
If okay,
If you're top 10, the tire you set your fastest lap in qualifying back in Q2, yun, that's what you have to use.
Mhm.
So parang hinahandicap yung top 10 ng konti for being top 10. And then the others at the back get a free choice. Yeah. So let's just,
true.
yeah, bottom line lang. Parang may
Nice.
handicap. You have a tire handicap. Simple as this. If you're in the top 10. But wow. Raymond, would you rather start 11th every race if you have a free tire choice? Because tire management's so hard here, no? And yeah, can you tell us about that?
Uh, Definitely not 11th, especially if you're fighting for the championship, like what happened to Max. I think uh, Max was really unlucky with the penalty, but it is what it is. That's racing. You get penalties, but you just have to live with it. But you can see that it has affected the gap to Hamilton, which he could have got him at the race start if he did start second, which he was supposed to without the penalty. But without considering those things, Lewis was just really too quick for Max. Even if Max made it up to second place on the fifth lap, Lewis really was able to answer back in terms of pace. Max was really trying to cut the gap,
Mm.
every time Lewis was really pulling away
Beast
because Max
mode.
was Max was trying to put on some good lap times, but he realized that if he pushed too much, his tires won't make it, and he can't do the undercut even because
Serana strategy na
yeah,
after. Yeah.
because Hamilton was just really quick, and I kind of have some uh I took a picture of data I got from yesterday from the first pit stop. Uh, Max went in first for the pit stop, and
Right.
Lewis followed right after. And so Lewis just had his tires one lap younger, but then in data it shows that with the tires of Max 22 laps long, it's just down to 40% on the front left, where Lewis was 21 laps young, and he had 70% of his tires left, which is a really big uh, difference it
Yeah.
shows. So I
So
think that's what really brought Lewis to the win yesterday.
pull away, and then he managed his tires well just to keep
Yes.
that comfortable
Yeah.
gap. No, so answer back, answer back.
Yeah.
And then
Importante
more of
talaga the tires.
super. Yeah, this is, really shows it's an endurance race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Lewis will say, "Oh, my tires are gone," and then he sets the fastest lap. Mind games. No. Anyway,
See,
big
Pierre
points
Gasly was
here.
-9, no?
-9 because
Yeah.
Gasly ended up starting second, but
Yeah.
he
And
dropped down. He dropped down because the faster cars just got him. You know,
Yeah.
of course. I mean, he's a great driver, but he's not a superhuman like Alonso, where oh my car isn't the third fastest, but I will
yeah.
still finish third. Nag-drop down.
Mm.
Teammate niya, Yuki Tsunoda, minus
Tsunoda
five.
dropped also at 5. Yeah.
Tsunoda's been struggling also. Like I like him because he's Japanese. He's an Asian
Yeah.
driver representing the continent, but he has a tendency to drop down. But they
And,
just keep saying he's the first time he drove a Formula car was 4 years ago. So they just let
oh,
him settle.
really?
Just let him settle down because the way he progressed was too fast. So I guess the learning curve for
Yeah.
Yeah.
F1 cars is just different from F2, 3, 4. Yeah, and then AlphaTauri said they did not make their two-stop strategy work, so that didn't help. So biggest
That didn't help
losers
him.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Norris was doing well. Norris hasn't been doing well in the previous races,
But
and
-5 siya.
he was gonna finish in his spar, which is about fifth,
Yeah.
and then they had
Mm.
to pit. Ayon Raymond, tire problem ulit. That wrecked his race. That's a
Yeah.
big bummer. So
Yeah.
yeah, that was bad for
Watching
McLaren. Yeah.
watching the race yesterday for the tire punctures, what really affected them was the curves they were saying out at the exit of the turns.
Mhm.
That's what was hurting the tires. So they had to drivers had to manage that, stay away from the curves, and it worked for Alonso. Yeah,
Yeah.
Equivalent yan sa lubak-lubak here in the Philippines.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
stay
You
away
have
from
to
those.
avoid them.
I
It's
know,
very
right? I feel
correct.
bad for the tires and suspension when we hit the potholes
And
by
Bottas
accident.
is negative for like he didn't even finish.
Oh,
Poor guy.
he got a puncture, so they're like, just
yeah,
He
yeah.
can't catch
I
it.
well, he was all the way back. That wrecked his race. Yeah, because
Yeah.
they were using him, just to rack up points for
hmm
Yeah.
constructors. Any other telling points here you see, Claudia, from all these
No,
biggest
Raikkonen
yays
went
and
up
biggest
to
nays?
A. Lance Stroll is fine. Ocon, wow, Ocon is okay.
Yeah, I think it was a strong start. He took
Yeah, it's a
advantage
strong
of that
start.
strong start. Yeah.
Leclerc is okay. Oh, Leclerc went from fifth to from went up
Yeah,
five
because he
spots.
qualified 13th. Because
Yeah,
in qualifying, the people eliminated in Q2 are the people supposed to be in Q1. So
yeah.
sila Alonso, Ocon, Stroll, Vettel, those guys normally get eliminated Q2. But parang nag-swap sila.
No, but
I
the
think
biggest
another good result here we can see is Mick Schumacher ahead of a Williams, which
over
is
That's
good.
Russell.
right. That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Ahead of
also
George
Emmanuel
Russell.
Sanders.
Yeah, I can't
Yeah,
remember if George Russell had problems, no, with
But he
his
was also
tires.
yeah he was in the bottom. I remember he was really in the one of the bottom.
Yeah, I forgot to be honest with George Russell. But, sabi nga daw, Mr. Saturday. He normally does well on Saturday. But he didn't do well on
Once.
Saturday also.
Parang
He was a...
mailman. The mailman doesn't deliver on a Sunday.
Oh, yun. So, it's a question now. Comments, please agree. Is George Russell the Carl Malone? No, ang labo. Ang labo.
He's
And then
the
he's moved.
Carl Malone of Formula One. All
Oh,
right.
Formula One. Only delivering on Saturday, not
Only
Sundays.
delivering on a Saturday.
No, but he's going to a championship winning team supposedly. Or let's see, will his malas carry on to the Mercedes eventually? But
Is that
yeah, I
gonna
think
make a difference now?
let's see, because again, start from zero. Heading into 2022, new regulations. I don't know. What do you think, guys or listeners? You like what the cars look like? Are gonna look like next year? I'm still kind of iffy, but normally
Yeah.
we always say that. Then it just grows. Like we all
Yeah.
said, oh, the Halo looks ugly, mga chinelas, and after a while, we're like, yeah, okay. I cringe when
No,
the
but it
Halo.
saves a lot of lives.
Yeah, and then people will cringe pag wala na yung Halo kasi oh, safety, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
Then you
yeah.
see that it's been able to save
What are they adding this
countless
time?
lives.
Next year? What are they adding?
Oh, they're just basically changing regulations. So less
Okay.
aerodynamics, na Raymond. What else is there?
Yeah.
What's gonna be big next year?
Well, what's going to be big next year is the competition is going to be closer, a lot closer actually, especially with the budget cap.
Oh, there's a budget
Oo
cap.
nga pala. More strict than this year.
Yeah,
Parang
more
meron
strict.
na rin this year, but hella not as strict as not as strict as the
Yes.
upcoming season.
So we're going to see closer racing next year, and whoever brings out the best car next year definitely will reign for a long, long time.
That's true.
For
Yeah, I
that
remember. Yeah, Bano. Sorry, honestly, Bano yung Red Bull dati and Honda end of 2008, and then
Mhm.
Honda became Braun. Red Bull stayed as Red Bull. 2009. Oh, boom! Championship contenders from the
We have
get go.
we have a comment here.
Yeah,
Not-
do you mind showing it from
Yeah.
Irvin Laksamana? I like this Lance Stroll WDC champion. Woohoo!
2022.
2022.
and then
Is
he
calling
follows
it.
up with this one.
It's nice. Okay. There you go. So Vettel better be a wingman if they're gonna be constructors championship. No. But I don't
Yeah.
know if Vettel will concede. Well, I think the older Vettel's more mature. He's like, I'm just gonna do whatever you ask from me.
Yeah.
Whether it be Inspector Seb touching the wing of another car and not getting fined, unlike
Oh my
Max.
god, that was so funny. That was so cute, actually.
Or
Yeah.
yeah,
That was
it
really
is.
cute. That was
It
cute.
is.
Yeah, that was great. And then who was that? Was that yeah? Vettel said, was it Vettel or Alonso? He said, no, that it might be expensive. Might be
End of
expensive.
Brazil, he said,
Yeah,
I think
I
I'm
was
gonna touch the front wing, 25,000.
Yeah, 25.
25
Touch it.
grand. No? Kasi diba 50 grand yung fine for Max
Yeah.
touching the rear
Yeah.
wing.
Yeah. Like,
That
wow,
was funny.
what's on? There's a no touch rule, pala. There's no touch move in Formula One.
Yeah. Well, I think
Yeah.
they only cared now because Mercedes is like, oh, he touched their car and they took advantage of the situation
Oh my gosh.
Mhm.
because I think Mercedes didn't have the upper hand at that time. No, they were playing catch up to Max. Vettel used to touch everyone's cars anyway, but Mercedes were winning that time, so I don't think they cared. Yeah. Malas si Max. He touched the rear wing that was deemed to be illegal. So
Mhm.
it can be
Just
wrong
like
place,
that,
wrong
right?
time. Exactly, right? I mean, it's like you passing by a crime scene, right? And then you touched something. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But rarely naman do you see a rear wing have a problem like that. It's quite rare, but it happens.
It
So
happened. Okay,
yeah,
so
knowing how Toto and Christian Horner go, these guys,
Oh yeah.
yeah, courtroom na rin, no? Parang barangay basketball league, off the court na rin. Doon na rin yung bugan. Yeah. So, do you mind if we can take a look at our succeeding slides? I think we have the constructors
yeah,
coming up next, and bang! Ang pangit with the 0.5, no? Kasi half points ng Belgian GP.
Yeah.
It happens.
Because nobody really actually.
Yeah, they gave half points just because they ran X laps. Yeah, last time they gave half points was in 2009. Wow. So, there you go, right there. 5-point lead. But judging by the two teams, they're like, yeah, it's okay if we lose constructors, but it's okay as long as Lewis or Max will win. Perspective of Merc and Red Bull, it is very close. So that's
Yeah.
why if you're saying, oh yeah, Formula One's boring, I'm like, no, come on, just look at the matchups, guys. You gotta know it. Parang may tier yan. So Mercedes versus Red Bull, Ferrari versus McLaren. And Red Bull's been closing the gap. Am I right?
Uh-huh.
It's been getting it's been so up and down right now. Yeah, because this is the team game that you see right here.
Yeah.
So wow. Then Ferrari McLaren. This was hella close. Huh? There was a time McLaren was up by like 3 points about 4 races ago or 3 races
Oh,
ago.
really?
Yeah,
But Carlos Sainz and Charles are performing really well lately. So I think
Mm.
that's why they pulled away.
that's true. Tinutuan-1 nila, no? Sainz and
Yeah,
Leclerc against Lando.
and together with a bit of bad luck for McLaren,
That's true.
especially yesterday with Lando. He was
Tama.
up in good points.
Yep.
Mm,
And then
okay.
Daniel Ricciardo, he's still inconsistent. Eh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's so inconsistent.
Daniel Ricciardo was 100 points already in his tally, but if you look at it, 25 points of the 100 came from one win. So that shows how inconsistent
Yeah,
Yeah,
very
he
inconsistent.
is.
He's very
Yeah.
inconsistent.
Well, this is a great battle looking on. No? But Ferrari will normally blow the lead like a Golden State Warriors 3-1, but wow, now it's McLaren blowing the lead.
yeah.
Yeah,
For all the years of Ferrari frustration, like, oh no, we let this slide. Well, they're actually picking up the pieces together. Carlos Sainz is making. He's challenging Leclerc.
Good.
He's challenging
Yeah,
Leclerc, right? There's like, oh,
good
number two
progress
lang
in the
si
car.
Sainz. Yeah, super, super. Guy's a beast. It's not even in. He's not even from the Ferrari Academy, right? And
Battle
Leclerc.
for
Leclerc is not from
fifth.
the. He's not.
No, no, Leclerc talaga manok ng Ferrari eh.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
He came from
Yeah,
their academy. Carlos Sainz galing sa labas.
Carlos
Yeah,
Sainz. Yeah, okay.
galing sa labas. Yeah.
Then we
Man.
have our fifth is Alpine or Alpha Tauri.
Alpine, yes. So
Alpine.
big point here, ah. Alpine, Alonso and Ocon they have a great effort, ah. Silang dalawa. Group work.
They're really teammates. Like you could really say
uh,
that.
They're
I
both
think for
contributing, no?
this,
Yeah,
Raymond, yeah.
yeah.
yeah, I think for this matchup, it's Alonso making the big difference, especially with yesterday's third place finish. That was good amount of points for the constructors championship.
Yeah.
Super,
Didn't
super,
they
yeah.
have a 1 and 2 before? Was that 1 and 2?
One
No.
and two. Ah, no, no. It was just the Ocon win, and then
Yeah, the
Alonso
Ocon
ended up
win.
finishing fourth, right?
Where was he
Yeah.
finished fourth? Yeah, because he was trying to um,
He
block.
compromised Lewis, no?
Yeah, he compromised Lewis.
Yeah,
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, and Lewis didn't get Ocon. So that was the perfect team game. And when I
Right.
mean team game, no, 137 points. I think both of them are consistently contributing.
Yeah.
Alonso, Ocon. Sabi ko nga, Alonso is the LeBron, but Esteban Ocon isn't Daniel Gibson in the corner shooting threes. Ha? He's actually helping.
yeah. The
Alonso,
the, Qat-
Alonso
the
is
Qatar
LeBron.
GP, the Qatar GP really made the difference for this fifth place battle because yesterday Gasly is usually the guy who scores points for the team,
Mm,
Hmm.
and
but
he was out of the points yesterday, and both Alpine cars are in the points, so it's a
yeah,
big
Gasly was out.
factor. Yeah,
Yeah, and then what hurts for Alpha Tauri is that they saying a Gasly like breaks his back from carrying Alpha Tauri himself because Yuki barely scores any points for them. Sad to say.
yeah,
If
He
you look
keeps,
at the breakdown,
yeah, he
it's
keeps
mainly
crashing or yeah.
it's
He,
mainly Pierre Gasly, the
yeah.
Frenchman. Yeah, 112.
Is he
Ayan.
staying? Is he staying with AlphaTauri?
Both are confirmed for next year.
yeah.
Yeah, both are confirmed. So next year will be the make or break for Yuki.
Oh,
You know, let's. I wanna. It's hard to edit now. Let's just change AlphaTauri to Yuki. I don't to Pierre Gasly. Siya na
Pierre
lang, no?
Gasly.
Yeah.
Pierre
That's
Gasly.
tough.
And
That's
then
tough.
the fine line and you could know that like really fun.
Really small font, no?
Really
Small,
fun.
like Yuki Tsunoda.
It's like
5'6"
the
lang daw
terms and
height niya.
conditions in a contract, how small
Oh.
it is. You have to actually read it that close. Yeah.
Yung super tago, no? I mean,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. Wow, ganda ng offer. And then we look at the tiny asterisk. Ay,
Yeah.
hindi
There's
pala.
the terms
May
and
purchase
conditions.
pala required. Ang
Yeah,
laki, di ba? Lugi pala.
Yeah, yung mga ganon.
Ayan.
Memorize ng buong lawyer yan, pero ikaw hindi. Mga
Ikaw
ganyan.
hindi. Nakatago kasi. So that you get and bite into the offer. Di ba?
That's right. So that's, okay. So there.
But this is good. 2 races to go. It can still go anyway. I mean, look, if Alpine get a retirement and then Pierre Gasly gets a really good points haul in Saudi Arabia,
Yo, yeah.
Alpha Tauri will have a good chance heading into Abu Dhabi. And then for all you know, Yuki Tsunoda, I don't know,
Performs
just
well.
breaks out of
It
his
goes in the
shell.
top 10.
Yeah, no, for me it's gonna have to be like a 6th place finish. I think Yeah.
Oh
No, but
wow.
for all you know,
That's
because
hard. That's difficult. He hasn't
yeah,
really placed any.
but the
Yeah.
thing is, he's driven in Abu Dhabi already.
Abu Dhabi is
F2.
the last
Ay,
race, right? Abu
he
Dhabi is the
did a
last.
test. He tested in Abu Dhabi right after the 2020 season. So I
That's
don't
the
know
last
if
race, diba?
that's gonna help. And that is the last race. And thank
Oh,
goodness that is friendly to the Philippine time zone. Sorry guys, medyo off topic lang. I'm also happy yung Qatar GP, medyo friendly for the Philippine time zone.
yes.
Last
Yeah, the
races
past
in
races
Brazil.
have been
I know,
really,
right?
really late.
Not that
Yeah.
friendly.
Not very friendly. Pero gising naman kami ni Raymond, di ba?
Yeah,
I don't know. I
had to
think I fell
watch.
asleep in this one, but it was fun.
Mm.
I watched till I think the 35th lap, 45th.
I'm not. I regretted staying up late at the start of Brazil. I'm like, what am I doing? And then after, I'm like, never mind. This is the best drive of Lewis
Yeah,
ever.
it was
Not
Oh
crazy.
gonna
yeah.
lie.
It was
Yeah.
insane.
Sira
Um,
ulo, magmaneho, no? Parang talo pa mga jeepney driver naggalit kay Lewis Hamilton, I can say. So, thank you, Pam, for assuring it. Sulit yung puyat. Yeah,
yes.
I think you're watching the race too.
Pam, yeah. I think Pam's Verstappen.
Ferrari,
Red
si
Bull.
Pam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he Ferrari ba? Ferrari ka ba?
Ferrari.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
We were going crazy over the double stack. Ayun! Yung Qatar, ha? Ferrari. Dumo-double
Yeah, they
stack
did.
na.
Yeah, they did a double stack.
Confident. All part of the master plan of Maria Benotto.
Strategy. The strategy.
Eh, minsan kasi Ferrari, okay, guys, close pit stop. We have a great chance. And then they're gonna screw it up. Double
Yeah.
stack. What a flex. What a
So
flex.
double sila. Yeah.
Double stack. So basically, double stack. So, okay, one car in, other
Yeah.
car out. Walang delay.
Ganon, di ba?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So kailangan
Yeah,
mabilis the pit crew should be fast in changing and getting their tires. So
Yeah,
there
no
should
mistakes.
Yeah.
No mistakes.
no mistake. Yeah.
Get it out as
Ganun.
quick as you can. Not only you can do no mistakes and go 2.4 seconds, but
Yeah.
they want it. The teams aspire for no mistakes, 2 seconds. Yeah. And the record to beat for the season, Red Bull 1.88 in Hungary. Yeah. Christian Horner likes that, setting records, diba? We were talking about it
Yeah.
off air before. So I am the double stack.
Yeah.
Big deal. Big deal. All
Hardly
right.
happens by Raymond.
Oh,
Merc
sorry.
do it a lot, diba? Merc
Does
do
it
it a
happen?
lot.
Yeah. A lot? Does it happen a lot?
Well, Merck does it a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, except mayabang kasi sila because their car's good.
Crazy.
And the team
Yeah.
is on a different level. This era, they're very organized. The development is really, really big.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sabi nga ng kuya ko, diba? Kasi Norris had to pit in the end. He's like, they should have gotten David Beckham to just change one tire pang publicity.
He was
'Cause
watching, it's right.
David Beckham was in McLaren kasi
Oh my
British,
God.
well,
Right.
British, English, David Beckham sat with them. So,
Right.
yeah, sabi he should have changed the tire. And then would have gone viral on social media and it would give us a good laugh for 1 week. But I think let's wrap up our Kwentuhan by
Yep.
talking about the
Wanna.
Drivers' Championship.
Yeah. Look how
And there-
close.
yeah.
Look how,
What-
it doesn't look
Go
close there because it's like, but it's 25 points if you place first, right? Is that correct?
Tama,
Raymond?
tama.
Yeah, right. 25, and then what is it? 25,
18.
18, and then
15, I think.
15.
Yeah.
15.
So
You do the math.
yeah,
If
if you do
Lewis
the math,
wins
okay. Let's say this.
And
Okay.
Max is
Alright.
second. See?
If Max finishes second and Lewis
No,
wins
here,
the
here.
race,
I wrote it down. I actually wrote that. If
Uh-huh.
Lewis wins in Saudi, which is going to be in the next race, right?
Mm-hmm.
With the fastest lap, so he has to win with the fastest lap and win the race, right? Max
26.
finishes second. They'll head to the final race of the season in Abu Dhabi on equal points.
Ayan. So, perfect. So,
All right.
medyo bululo kanina. So, now that you say that, 26 Lewis minus 18 Max, 8 points. Bang! Tied.
Yeah. So
Tied
yeah,
ball game.
26 kasi kailangan ni Lewis na he wins. He's get number 1 podium and fastest lap.
Right. So, that's
Can you do
for a
that?
simplified.
total of 26 points.
He could do that. You think he could do that?
Yeah, it's Lewis.
Yeah. Especially with the pace that Mercedes is showing now, ever since they changed their ICE, they're on a different level. You can clearly see it on quali. He he was faster than Max by 4 tenths,
That's a
and
lot.
yeah, that's a
That's
lot.
a
That's a
lot for
lot.
championship
Yeah,
contenders.
Yeah.
that's why he was able to back off a bit in the race. And when he saw Max trying to push a little, he would also push. He was trying to basically, Mercedes was just really trying to shadow whatever Red Bull was throwing at them yesterday. If Max tried to push, Lewis would push. Max tried to pit, he'd go in the pits also,
Oh
which
gosh.
was really, really interesting yesterday.
Pero yung madaya kasi Lewis was like how many seconds ahead of him already,
Oh,
no?
yeah.
He
Yeah.
got the benefit of the strong start and Max is
Yeah.
behind. So Matic, there was a gap. And
Yeah.
bouncing off,
It
you
was
go ahead, Raymond.
funny at one. It was funny at one point because when Max came came out in second on the fifth lap, he was, I think, 9 seconds behind Lewis, and
Wow.
then at one point he cut it down to six, and
Wow.
then I think Lewis was asking on the radio like how far is the gap, and they told him that it's down to six, and then he started pushing a little, and maintained it at nine. Crazy that guy's driving like he's in a video game.
Yeah, like, ah,
Very talented.
just
Cruise control.
control.
Yeah,
Presses it and goes for faster.
yeah,
So it's gonna
Yeah.
be a next race actually is something that we could watch. How about it's in Saudi Arabia? So what time is that gonna be
Oh, it's
here?
at 1 a.m. here.
1 a.m. Oh
Yep.
my gosh! So that's next Sunday, right?
Oof.
2 weeks from
2 weeks
now.
from now? 2 weeks
2
from
weeks.
now.
So
They
Yeah,
just
not this
ended the
Sunday.
triple header. Not this
So that's
Sunday,
gonna be
thankfully.
December.
I think it's gonna be December 3. It's gonna be December 3.
yeah, December 3.
Yeah,
December
I
3,
sorry.
Monday,
December
4.
5 yung Sunday. So it's like December 5, December 6
Okay,
for the
it's a
race.
Monday, 1 a.m.
Mhm.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. Yeah. So
That's good.
given what you said, Claudio, the math kanina, it just shows na this gap
Yeah.
between Verstappen and Hamilton is practically nothing. It's
Yeah.
it's really possible to close it right here. No.
So
So
Hmm.
I'll
I'm
write it. I'll
looking
write it down.
forward to that. Yeah. And then if we enter tied, Raymond, would you remember who has more wins, Verstappen or Hamilton?
So there you go. Let's put it.
Yeah, so currently right now Max has 9 wins in this season,
Okay.
and Lewis has 7 wins this season.
Ooh. Okay. So let's just say Lewis wins Saudi. Max is second. Lewis gets the +1 also, of course.
Yeah.
Tied.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if they don't score in Abu Dhabi, 9-7, no, wins.
Uh-huh.
If that
Yeah,
happens,
9-7.
Max is gonna win, no?
Yeah,
Max is
Max is
gonna
gonna
Max,
win.
Max is gonna win by
Yeah.
number of race wins. So I
Yeah,
don't know if we're gonna see a little. What's
But
that?
that's impossible. That they're not gonna get points.
Oh, ask Schumacher, Damon Hill, and Jack Villeneuve.
Jack's Villeneuve. Oh.
They took each other out, and then
Yeah.
Schumacher ended up winning the championship on points, diba?
Yeah.
Well, the other time naman they disqualified Schumacher for doing it.
uh,
Yeah. So it's gonna go down the wire. Yes. So if Hamilton, oof, yeah. If Hamilton wins Saudi and then nobody scores, it's gonna go 9-8 on
That's
race
gonna be
wins.
crazy though, huh?
That's gonna be crazy.
well,
Kaya they were.
I
Go
think
ahead, Raymond.
the race win and the fastest lap is possible for Lewis next race.
Yeah. It looks like he could do it.
Yeah. Yesterday
Easy.
he just fell short because of the virtual safety car, but
Oh, yeah.
he was going for it at on the last lap.
He probably
Saved by the
wanted,
bell.
yeah.
Yes,
He probably wanted it like so that there's
yeah.
a closer gap between him and Verstappen.
Uh,
But Verstappen will got it. So he needs the fastest lap in Saudi now.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then let's just say we're in Abu Dhabi, and then Verstappen and Hamilton are in a close race, and then Hamilton gets the fastest lap. And then what if Red Bull pull in Perez just for the fastest lap? They'll screw his race over. He's gonna finish behind the Haas, put a pit stop, fastest lap, pit stop.
Oh, you
Ubos
think
yung
they
soft
can do that?
tires. He
Oh,
can.
God.
Maybe I'm assuming that they'll have 2 soft tires on hand, spare. Extra.
So
Maybe.
they could actually
Maybe.
strategize that kind too, huh?
Yeah,
Like
they wrecked Perez's.
what's that
They wrecked
word?
Perez's race. They wrecked
They can
Perez's race in Silverstone just to
manipulate.
do that.
Uh-huh.
Perez was running
I
well into the
remember.
points, and then they just made him stop to take away 1 point.
There's a
That
word for
that
it. There's a word
that
for that.
compromised Red Bull's constructors actually.
No, I'm
Yeah.
looking for another word. Not
Okay.
like oh my
Yeah.
god. It'll probably come out like it'll come out after we're off. We're on
All
air.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, it comes out like when there. Did I say it? We're already out of the out of the
Yeah.
feed already.
Yeah.
Um.
But clearly, while you're thinking,
Yes, it is.
priority of both teams is really winning drivers. No.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
construction.
Drivers is the crown jewel. That's
Yeah.
why as early as Silverstone, you see that they compromised Perez's strong point scoring finish just to take away the fastest lap of Hamilton. Perez got the fastest lap, but he finished outside of the top 10, so vacant. So it was literal sacrificial lamb that they did right there, taking one for the team. So that does it, no? Anything else, Claudia, here? And
I'm still thinking
Raymond,
of the word.
before we think
Not
wrap
manipulate.
up this championship. All
Well,
right.
they
So
can
yeah.
manipulate it,
Mhm.
um,
Yeah.
in
But
order.
while you're thinking fifth place, this is gonna be really good. Norris,
Tatlo rin pala sila, no?
yeah. But again, Norris is double teamed by Sainz and Leclerc. That's why Ferrari have the upper hand over McLaren in the constructors. Yeah. So that's I think Ferrari and McLaren are prioritizing the constructors because
Hmm.
they're fighting over placing, as you can see right there. Because you get extra money. Simple as this. From where
Wow.
you finish, yeah. And
It's
I think they get good prize money already from having Leclerc and Sainz 6 and 7. So if you can do that to add third place, why not? Yeah. But Raymond, while Claudia's still trying to think of the word, let's buy her some
not
time.
manipulate.
What do you think?
I'll
No,
come out later.
heading into the end.
I think this is gonna be a good battle for fifth, but it looks like Ferrari's gonna prioritize Leclerc for this battle.
Mm-hmm.
May-
Yeah.
maybe maybe Carlos can like hold up
Yeah.
Lando in some point if needed, you know.
Well, if Carlos, let's just say Leclerc and Sainz are running ahead of Norris, I mean, why not? Mission accomplished for constructors. They'll
Yeah.
simply outscore them.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
but
honest,
Lando is definitely gonna be a problem for Ferrari. As you can see with this race recently, he just got unlucky with the puncture.
yeah.
I like Norris. I like Lando. I wanted to win.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I wanted to, especially after his, last when he was leading and then he lost it
Oh,
because
Russia. Yeah.
yeah, the Russian one. So I want Lando to win.
but looking at the screen right now, minus Hamilton, this looks like the future of Formula One.
The
These
three,
are
no,
That's true.
yeah,
the four. Yeah,
these are the young guys.
Yeah. Hamilton's the old dog already there.
Yeah,
he's
So,
he's
still
been
remember.
around for a long time. Like
I still remember when Hamilton was a young gun. Like, whoa,
yeah,
he's so beast. First 8 races, puro top 3.
uh-huh.
Yeah. So that does it, no? Before we wrap
same.
up, Claudia, last bato sa langit. What is the word there to
I don't
describe
know. It's like
this
it's
drivers'
also
championship
manipulate or
situation?
like throwing a wrench in the whole situation.
Okay.
What they could do, like manipulate it. But yeah, I'll think of the word. It'll probably come out. So later on.
Yeah. It's gonna be a great battle here in the ending. So focus on these guys. If you think it's boring, just look at the battles.
Yeah.
Even do
Actually,
the
we
math.
already did that. Yeah.
Even do the math if you want. Look at the intervals. Play F1 Fantasy 2. That's what makes it more exciting, if you ask me. So, guys, let's call it right now.
Hold
And
on, hold on, hold on.
all right, take a water break. Oren, water break. Raymond, water break. All right. This water break is
I
sponsored
Sure.
just
by
want to show
Aquaflask.
this. Thank
You can
you.
see right here. Yeah.
Ooh.
Legit, ah. I'm just
Legit.
thirsty from all the
Legit.
F1 Kwentuhan.
Congratulations to our winner, Irvin Bear, for winning. All
On the
right.
raffle, right?
On
Yeah.
the raffle, yeah.
So that does it. Let's call it an F1 Kwentuhan session. We might catch you after the Abu Dhabi GP.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
normally
yeah.
do this
It will be
once a
good to
month.
have that, actually. Hopefully,
Yeah,
it's an exciting one for the Saudi.
for
And then
sure.
we'll do the Abu Dhabi.
As long as they bring the championship to that, and blank will be the champion when we will see you for F1 Kwentuhan again. And remember the Globally Ballin Network. Head to globallyballin.com for original content, and you also give the network a follow on social media, as you can see right here in the screen, and then our page itself, WTHAW Podcast, on the three platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and then let's look forward with what we have. Subscribe and Globally Ballin. That's where you can find our episodes on video. If you're not catching this on Facebook or on Spotify or podcast platforms, you are on YouTube. And if you're on the go, driving or doing whatever, cleaning up the house, listen to us on Spotify along with our sister shows. And then, speaking of sister shows, we have Hang Time with Denise Dinsay, Team Rebisco members, Camille Can and Bella Belen joined her right there. It was a fun Kwentuhan session. They're a force to be reckoned with, especially once they kick off their UAP and they even played the national team. And alternative basketball, catch my titos, Noel, Charlie, Sid, JP Mercado. Look at the golden era of Philippine hoops from the 70s all the way to the 90s. And then carrying on, dummy sponsors. Chops to go, new era, Hinalubin Farms, our Fratelli ice cream, Georgie's Delights. Is this chum
Cookie
cookie
chum.
chum? Ayun,
Cookie
see,
chum.
I'm hungry. I'm gonna start already my cookies
Cookie
and our
chum.
aqua flasks from the Daily Ounce. And again, Cookie Chum right there, our new buddies to join the family. And then let's not forget, we got Cuts Apparel for our very own uniform. So thank you for hitting us up at Cuts Apparel PH. You bikers out there, or pang forma lang, you can get Dry Fit Biking Polos. Yep, it's legit.
Nice.
Dry Fit Biking Polos right there. And that does it for this
Oh wait,
episode.
don't
And
forget
yeah,
to talk about this.
last weekend, right, we had Kib Montalvo, former DLSU Green Archer, UAP PBA champion to the TNT Tropang Giga. So we had a great session
That was a
with
fun
him.
one. Actually. That
And
was
we had a
fun.
draft right there. We drafted our
Yes.
favorite point guard. So if you want to find out Kib's favorite point guards, all of that, how he's been as of late, that's where you gotta go. So that does it, guys, for this episode. We will catch you this Friday. We're gonna announce our guest sometime this week. So bye bye.
Check it out. It. Check it out. It. All right. Woo.